Good. Hello? Am I on? Is this better? Is this better? Maybe that's better. The mic is off. The mic is on in spaces and on YouTube. Hello, everyone. I got so many mosquito bites. Look, I got one on my arm. They like me. I have something. The doctor was explaining it when I was a kid. Oh, the mosquitoes like you more than other people. You're like, doesn't make any sense. I think they're out to get me. It caused a lot of paranoia in my life. Anyway, hello everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the program. It is Sunday. I'm here. I'm in spaces. I'm on YouTube. I'll be making coffee in my underwear for you. Let's get a look at them. These gray polka dots. It's adorable, very muted, very monochromatic. A little adult. Not in the erotic sense, but in the I'm a businessman sense. This is like if you went into an office, one of those big offices downtown, a high rise. Whenever, kick down the door of an executive, pull down their pants, I feel like they would be wearing this kind of underwear. There is no episode of Hey W today, this morning. It would have been out already, obviously, because the Forbidden Door is happening. I got forbidden by the door. I'm not sure how that works. I thought the door was supposed to be open. I guess it didn't fit everyone. I guess you let some people in, and some people have to stay out. I was the person who had to stay out. Nevertheless, there are 13 episodes of Hey W up on the playlist right now. Just type in Hey EW and a bunch of shit will come up. And binge them all. We'll be back next week. I know who the guest is, and I assure you it's going to be a disgrace and a disaster, and we'll be in trouble. Sire says, when will you take us on the road to Forbidden Door? I'm not doing Forbidden Door car episodes. There's no one from New Japan in my car that I'm driving around. Again, I got forbidden from the door. It's a forbidden car door. They wouldn't open the door or the trunk or anything. They said, could you please wait outside? And I get it, because it's hard enough explaining me to AEW. And then, on top of that, the AEW people would now have to explain me to New Japan and get those people to sign off on that. Show not happening. I get it. Maybe next time. It'll come around. Let me put my work in and it'll come around. Sire said, Lightning or Avalanche? Avalanche, because I was a fan of them and I had a Joe Sakic jersey when I was a kid, and then I haven't watched them since. Sean said, hey, Occulties, when are we getting Minoru Suzuki on Hey W? Or perhaps David Suzuki. When are we getting Minoru Suzuki on Hey W? I want him on. My chair is open. I'm not the person who makes those decisions. I don't know how the availability works. If you want somebody on Hey W, you tweet them, you tweet Tone, you tweet AEW, and tell them many people have asked for Okada. Many people have asked for Tanahashi. If you want anyone on the show, you must let them know. I sit down and I have another chair. Whoever fills it is almost out of my hands. Amanda said, good morning. Mia said, good morning. Mikey said, I was listening to RJ's Summer Mix. My members got a little playlist I put together of music. Is it just my ear, or does Maria Muldaur singing Midnight at the Oasis have the warble of an elderly woman crooning and swaying? Don't we all? So does Rosemary Clooney. Christine said hello. Almighty Scorpion said good morning, everyone. Dea said good morning, friends. Debbie said, although I like Hey W, this is better. Well, you often get both, so it's not this is not stop making my content compete with each other. Hey W is its own beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous universe, and the team there does a great job, and my hat's off to them, and I don't wear hats. Maybe if I had a beret or something. And, you think about who else I would want there. You think about what's a Forbidden Door for Hey W, Tony Shalhoub, BB Newirth. I mean, those are the top two on the list. Let's take a risk. Let's get outside of the box. I want BB Newirth's opinion on ring psychology. I want to talk to Tony Shalhoub about Nick Bockwinkel. These are the important things that we're not getting elsewhere in the world. So it's important that I bring them forward. Debbie says hi. Everyone else is saying hi. Polka said, I love polka dots. Great. Sean said, the door forbade. The Forbidden Door, I guess if it's open, well, then it's conditionally forbidden. Then it's not really forbidden. You remember the Forbidden Zone? Remember Dr. Zayas was like, don't go over there. Yeah. And then people went over there. I don't think you can call it the Forbidden Zone anymore. I'm just saying. He was, don't go there. And then Charlton Heston was like, I'll go there. I don't think it's going to be a problem. And I mean, of course, it was a huge problem. Of course, he found out that humanity destroyed the world as they knew it. But it's a forbidden zone. Tape it off, Dr. Zayas. Put a fence there. It's not that hard. Sean said the door forbade. Yes. Zoel said good morning from the wet. What? Oh, God, I'm so far behind already. I went on one of my Zayas rants. Zoel said good morning from the wet and soggy state of Kansas. The soggy state. I think it's on the license plates. Louise said good morning, friends. Pam said good morning. Nail said give us a clue. Not yet. Not yet. Let me make sure that I know that they're going to be. Rowdy said, how are you not the forbidden doormat? There's a million things going on right now. There's a madhouse of matches and things going on. My idiocy doesn't add anything. Shalom Sane said, I feel like you'd fit in with DDT. Thank you. Leo said, I can't wait for Forbidden Door, mostly so I don't have to watch New Japan wrestlers don't give a flying fuck about on Dynamite and Rampage. I am interested. I hope the ropes are different colors. I hope the ramp and the lighting is slightly different. Those are the things I enjoy. Rob said, no hay or row 2 for today because they want to take tonight seriously. If you want to respect something, you do not get me involved. Spencer said, want an exclusive? Spencer Rice is here. I would love an exclusive, Spencer. I also want to say, Spencer, if you've been following him on Twitter, he got into a bit of a beef with Pink last night. He made a joke, and her fans and her, they did not take it as a joke. So they were yelling at him on Twitter all night. He tried to get me to help. He tagged the wrong RJC. Just put RJ City, didn't put RJ City 1. That RJ City I've been trying to get, they won't give it to me, even though the person hasn't tweeted in like 13 years. And I said, you're on your own, because I was insulted. And then, Spenny fought with the Pink fans all night. So poor fella, please help him out. Give him a follow. Enjoy his stuff. SM said, let's keep the stream clean today. Lest we forget, last time Kerry Silkin was here, and he talked about animals. Sean said, that's the most expansive sports answer RJ has ever given. Amanda said, tone. Mia said, oh, you shaved. I did. A couple days ago, though. Dea said, missed opportunity for Toru Yano and RJ City in a car. I mean, he's not even on the show. It's kind of hard to request somebody who's on another continent. Neil said, they absolutely should have had you on the door to Forbidden Door, telling people they aren't on the list and can't enter. But your list is just Tony Shalhoub and Danhausen. Ah, Mr. Shalhoub, we've been waiting for you. Maggie said, good morning, 11 people. Good morning to you. Queen of the Ring said, good morning. And Queen of the Ring is doing a special Church of Joshi, correct me if I'm wrong, with Nyla Rose today. Sweet, sweet Nyla Rose. And also, Queen of the Ring has been tweeting gifts from The Birdcage, which is one of my favorite movies, and I enjoy them so much. Leo wants Shad Khan on the show. So do I. A mustachioed man. Lindsay said, hi, cutie. Do you like Barbarella? I mean, professionally, yes. Personally, I don't know. Chris said, oh, Chris has been a member for 25 months. Holy shit. Hey, humblest apologies for not showing up more. Yeah, what the fuck, Chris? Life has been hectic, but here's to 25 months. Salute. Ricky said good morning. Spencer said, I'm offering you an exclusive on major news story. I just said yes, so give it to me. Efren said Avalanche because of King Kong Bundy. Good choice. Chris said good morning, everyone. Amanda said, you don't wear hats unless you're driving people places. That is the last hat I've worn. Neil said, happy cultiversary. Chris, what a milestone. Maggie said, I see so much love in the chat. Rod said, I'd like to know what Dennis Franz thinks about the figure 4. These are the questions I plan to get to the bottom of. Spencer said, can I be in the audio? CNN let me. Yes, you just have to hit the thing, join and request. Damn it. I already said yes. Rob said, oh, God, I'm so far behind. I have to go back. Wait, Rob said, all right, everyone can scratch off Tony Shalhoub on their RJ bingo cards. Positively, he said a niche is niche. Beret EW, but everyone eats croissant, and it's in French. This is a French subsidiary. They're going to license my show, change the name, get different house. Same gist. Amanda said, did you get your hair cut? Thank you for noticing. Yes, I did. Going to be doing perhaps some filming soon, and I wanted to just trim. It makes it look healthier, and then it gets a little bobbish, and then I don't like it. Almighty Scorpion said, after having Coffeehausen and high anxiety side by side, I have to say that while I love both coffees, I do prefer high anxiety. You must mean this coffee, which you can get at rootlesscoffee.com, and you like it better because Danhausen doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And quite frankly, neither does Ricky Morton. Who, you'll look at that guy and say, hey, he knows coffee. He knows a lot of beverages, but coffee is far, far down on the list. So, with all respect to my coffee, fuck Ricky Morton. Spot Center said, if you could be the Maury Amsterdam of any TV show, writer's room of any era, what show would that be? I think I'll go with Steam Pipe Alley. And if you don't know what that is, you look it up. Mikey said, good morning from the city that rhymes with fun. Dun? You're from Dun? Hun? Is that an Attila thing? Positively, E said, RJ is Brian Danielson's replacement. I hope not. If they want to ruin their day, I could be. Maggie saying hi to Queen. Isn't that so nice? Almighty said, I'll still keep buying coffees. Sean said, I'm desperate for a gigantic door at the top of the ramp and someone to just kick it down. Soul said, would you interview anyone from the show Law and Order on Hey W, and who would it be? Well, it's kind of a workaround. She was a judge on Law and Order. I would like Fran Lebowitz on the show. Nell said Queen and Maggie at the same time. Leo said, who fought with Pink? My friend Spenny, he tweeted Pink and it went awry. She didn't understand the joke. So just to confirm, if Fran Lebowitz would like to come on Hey W, that would be an hour special. I'm more than happy to talk with Fran, and I'm more than prepared to explain the wrestling business to her. Pam said, okay, I have Three's Company playing on the living room TV. That is a soundtrack. That's something you put me on. I think I'm synced up the way Dark Side of the Moon is synced up with The Wizard of Oz. Thank you. I got there. AKA Baldy has been a member for 2 months and said Mauve Beret. And Allison Rose and I was on her podcast, and she's on Team Arn with the pronunciation of Mauve. She pronounces it Mauve, which I don't need to tell you. That just sounds so stupid. Positive, he said, next he'll fight with the Blue Man Group. Shallow Insane said, I put up a prayer circle on Twitter. Just don't answer for anyone today, especially Kerry. Well, if somebody calls in, I may be tempted. You know, there's always people think, oh, why does he always answer? There are people you don't see that I ignore. There's a guy with like no profile picture. His name is like Tickle Fetish, and he always requests. And I'm like, I don't want the risk. I really don't. Leo said, my mom used to say Pink was a middle-aged woman pretending to be a teenage boy. And yet, your mother loved her. Your mother had the album. Bassett said, hello from Pakistan, RJ. What forbidden things will you be doing at Forbidden Door? I'm the forbidden part. I will not be there. I will not be doing anything. I am the forbidden part. I hope there is a door. I hope that the opening is really dramatic and a guy like oils the hinges because it hasn't been opened in so long. He's like, it's ready. And then it opens. Maggie loves Pink so much, and is she writing her name in the fun way? Yeah, she is, with the exclamation mark. Al said, it would have been awesome to hear your name announced by the Japanese announcer that hypes the G1. Oh, yeah, that's the guy. I'm not going to answer it. Queen said, yes, Nyla Rose won't be on the show, but we're watching her matches from Sendai Girls. Oh, I understand. So this is a tribute episode. This is like the Kennedy Center honors Nyla Rose. Bassett said, Shad Khan, we're getting back, has the perfect Lahori mustache. I'm not familiar with that. Maggie said, give me your coffee mug. Thank you. This one? It's just brown, Maggie. Sire said, we need the Golden Lovers on AEW. Rob said, RJ, how are you doing this morning, sir? Well, now I feel insecure because you called me sir. Efren said, what do you think the Forbidden Doors look like? Does it have a peephole? I think it has that little, say the password. And the password is Paul Roma or something. And they go, okay, come in. Lindsay said, I don't know jack about Forbidden Doors. Do you like the Oingo Boingo movie Forbidden Zone? No, I don't. Queen said, I love the Birdcage so much. I watched it last night. Nathan Lane screaming should get more awards. Gene Hackman needs to be appreciated again. The green leaves, the purple mountains. Talk about your purple mountains majesty. The black roads cutting through the green. All the colors. Rob said, how do you feel about Dunkin' Donuts coffee? I have absolutely no feeling towards it. I'm numb to it. Leo said, do you remember when Punk? No, I don't remember that, Leo. Oh, that's Pink. You mean Pink. I between Bing and Punk, it's too fast. No, I don't remember that. Bassett said, you know who knows coffee? Mark Maron. That I would agree with. Shallow Insane said Mario Canchone. Spot Center has a request. Can we get a dramatic reading of the Welcome Back Kotter theme by John Travolta? Oh, welcome back. You know, you dreams what kind of you ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. You know, the names have all changed since you hung around, but the dreams remain and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, but we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope that was worth it, Spot Center. Chris said, you see Ghostface Killer from Wu-Tang Clan is getting into the coffee game now? He looks like a guy who knows what a refreshing brew is, too. Nug said, good morning. Did I miss the pool noodle story? Did I miss the story of your next wrestling booking? I will not tell that story yet because I want to wait till the details are confirmed before it happens. Maybe I should wait for Dalton to explain it. People think I'm insane. But Nug was at Greektown Wrestling last night at the Ted Reeve Arena. He was the GM, and he was in London the night before, and he's been doing such an excellent job as general manager that someone made a sign saying Nug is a good general manager, generally speaking. Specifically, terrible manager. Generally, on the whole, taking a step back and looking at things. Excellent. Mikey said, there was a joke I was greeted with that was the joke I was greeted with when I moved here. I don't know what that is. Mia said, who was your high school crush and did you guys end up together? Won't say who my high school crush was. Did we end up together? Yeah, not in a relationship sense, but we had a fun time. And but also in high school you have like that was the first one I thought of. And I'm also like I had a million crushes. I also had a crush on this English teacher, Mrs. Arcus, because she looked like Annie Lennox, and which was a subsidiary. It was a replacement for my crush on Annie Lennox. High school was a conflicting time for me. Spaceco says, can you speak German? No, I can't. You look so much like young Falco. Will somebody tell me who Falco is? Somebody also told me I look like old Atreyu from the Neverending Story if it ended and he aged. Susie said, good morning, RJ. How are you? I'm doing fine. Leo said, I can't wait till all the UK wrestling journalists. Leo hates UK wrestling journalists, and it's amazing. Do their own forbidden door so I can lock the door of the venue and never let them out. And then you eat the key. Sire said, if Splat-A-Lot returned, would you bring Gildar back to life? People always ask me hypotheticals like this, and it's like, would you wrestle if it was here? And my question is, how much am I getting paid? The fact that you're asking the question tells me I should get paid a decent amount of money. Would I come back? Yeah, there was always kind of discussion because that castle was there. They really built a castle in Orangeville. And they never wanted to take it down. They're like, we'll leave it up. We'll always shoot shows here. If anyone needs a castle, they'll use this castle. And we had pitched a bunch of different things. A nighttime version, an all adults version, like revamping the whole area. And there was one pitch where I was like, it was like a haunted nighttime castle version, and I was the host. I think the idea is that maybe I died and became a ghost. I had also pitched to do like a children's horror, maybe like a Halloween kind of special thing in the castle because it was so dilapidated that it was like haunted looking. So I think that the kids went to the castle because in real life kids were finding the castle and They do those abandoned videos. They have like millions of views on YouTube. The Splat ones. You can go look them up. And we thought, gee, what if there's a group of kids that went there and something with ghosts or zombies and they have to go through the course to survive, basically. Like that kind of thing. And they're looking for the castle and they get lost and they go into like this small town bar. And in the corner of the bar, there's this guy with a gold chest but a shaggy beard and shadows and whatever. And they look over. Oh, I think it was having like shots of chocolate milk or something. And it was, excuse me, are you Gildar? And my line was, what's left of him? And I always wanted to do that. It's a shame. I think the castle is totally... By the way, I always tell people this too. They had to take the castle down. They were forced to take it down. So I hosted a web series about it with Jason Agnew, who hosted the Canadian and US version. So it's Gildar and Jason, and it's called Smash-A-Lot. You can type in Smash-A-Lot, and it should come up, and it's fun and enjoyable. At least our parts are. And they didn't. I don't know why they don't publicize this shit online. Publish it. That's what they did. They basically published his shit. Aaron said, what a great time to like the video. Thank you, Aaron. Randy said, good morning, Nails in New York. Mauve. Oh, Mauve. Yeah, that's right. That's the correct pronunciation. Allison Rosen is, no. Mauve? Mauve. It sounds so disgusting. Nail said, I've never heard any other pronunciation of mauve until you started arguing with people. You're right, too. Yes, I am. And you know who else agreed with me? SNL original Lorraine Newman. So I got that in my back pocket, too. Rob said, the way you said tickle fetish made it sound really fun. Tickle fetish. And then everyone does it. They go, oh, this doesn't sound so bad. Mia said, Nails is such a positive delight. Oh, God, I've missed so much shit. I missed all these. Electric NB has joined Citizens United. Thank you and bless you. Nails will show you around. Hating pink. Let me get through the requests. Yolanda is here. Amanda said, can you sing us the Hey W theme, please? Yes. The wonderful director, editor person, the guy who edits it and puts it all together, Kevin Sullivan, not the wrestler, who has been editing in wrestling for so long. He did the Rock Chef Boyardee commercial. He was like, well, what are you thinking for a song? And then I picked a song that they found and I liked. And he's like, do you think you can sing lyrics over it? Like stupidly? And I was like this? And I think I did it on my phone. Say, hey, EW. Say, hey, EW. Hey. Those are the lyrics to the Hey W theme. So I don't think Mikey Ruckus had anything to do with it. So when you ask him to release it, it's probably like, what the fuck? But they should. He should make a new one or something. Leo said, the Elvis impersonator. Oh, Leo has a 60-second scene request. The Elvis impersonator, who knows no Elvis songs, booked to perform at the world premiere for the new Elvis movie. Okay. Thank you. A whole bunch. Thank you. Just a real smorgasbord of thanks for all of you. Here's and there's the man we all came to see. Big guy, big stuff. The songs will be in the movie. Some of Elvis's songs will certainly be in the movie. So I do not think it is appropriate to sing them right now. Let's just a little build up, a little appetizer, and then we will get to singing later. How about Tom Hanks? He is good. And that part, the clip I saw from the movie is when he yells about somebody's pushing his wife, and he that was great. That's the Colonel to me. That's where he really came through as the Colonel. Knocking over my wife, huh? And that, I thought, that made me want to be more Elvis. I did audition. I sent in an audition. I emailed my resume in my reel. But this guy here, the Elvis, is doing a great job. A great job. I know Midnight at the Oasis and a scene. Shallow Insane said, oh yes, please sing the Hey W theme. I did that. Guard Swan, been a member for 7 months, said happy Pride, dear friends. So it's a happy Pride to you. Do you just wish it to people like that? Like it's Christmas? Bassett said, I wish you guys did a Back to the Future kind of skit taking wrestlers to the Forbidden Door. Don't tell that to me. Nail said, are you going to do something with Dalton? Don't play with my emotions. Even when I do something with him, I never really do something with him. Susie has a question and a tribute. What are your top 5 video games ever? Top 1 for me is a tie. It's basically the same game. WCW, NWO Revenge, WWF No Mercy, WWF WrestleMania 2000. That whole realm, it is really the same game. And I'm going to be here all day if you ask me which one I like best out of those. What other games did I like? Honestly, I would legitimately put Sea of Thieves in my top 5. I thought it was fantastic. I would also put Pistol Whip on the Oculus. So that's 3. I enjoyed those so much. 4, this is a game I played a lot because it's deep and fucking weird. The Mask for Super NES. I am not joking. And then maybe GoldenEye. I'm just going by like absolute playability is fantastic. Deb saw the Elvis movie last night and loved it. So she saw everything that I just did. Andrew said, are you going to be the guy who's going to beat up Zack Sabre Jr. tonight? Yep, that's me. Beware of the hammerlock. Mikey said, sorry you missed it. I said the city that rhymes with fun is Regina. Oh, that's no good. You shouldn't be saying that to people. Queen said, oh, we're getting personal today. And I totally forgot. Spencer said, there is no audio. Another scandal against me. What the fuck? I'm here. It's open. I will not give up. You may lose the exclusive to Canadian Jewish News, which I think is a periodical. I think it comes out once every 3 or 4 months, but it is great. So by August or September, you'll find out. Just write it in the thing. If you can't do it, Spenny, I don't see you here. Just write it in the thing. Leo says, my high school crush never got with... Oh, we're talking about the crush. That's what we're talking about. Yes. My high school crush never got with me. Found her online a few years ago. Don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Don't look people up online. That's really good. It's no good, even whether you like them or whether you've always hated them. No good comes from it, ever. SM said, I will never understand having crushes on teachers. Really? They're like these aspirational, they're like the adults you aspire to be. And I think you would have you have a crush on them in that kind of dreamy sense. I think it's quite common. Bassett said, I had the biggest crush on Mary Louise Parker. She was brilliant in Weeds. Fair enough. Tracy said, good morning. Electric NB said, when are you debuting on Dynamite, RJ? Again, I don't have the answer to these things. Spot Center said, you've mentioned that Peppa Potts was the sweetest human being alive, but who has the driest sense of humor? Bret Hart, 100%. He's so dry that many people just don't assume that he's funny. And then he is absolutely hilarious. And you're like, okay, there is a lot going on here. Shalaman Sane said, money talks and Gildor walks. No shit. They should be getting paid for that. Pam said, okay, what's your favorite Annie Lennox video? I like Why. Why is good. Broken Glass. Why in Broken Glass? Not crazy about the Sweet Dreams. It's okay, but those are the ones I like better. Debbie said, do you still live in Canada or did you move to the U.S.? I am both. Both. I am called where I am needed, and then when I am not needed, I will retreat. Leo said, I just hate UK wrestling journalists. Yolanda said, hey, Queen. Courtney said, it's been long since I've watched. I've been going through some shit, but I feel guilty for not supporting. Sorry, never feel guilty for not supporting. You have shit to do. It's fine. Okay. AKA Baldy has a request, and then we will get to the request I have on Spaces. AKA Baldy said, can we get a scene of Keith Lee searching through his many hat racks? Okay, here's my impression of Keith Lee searching through his many hat racks. Okay, there's a tremendous amount of hat racks here. A real exquisitely tremendous, superfluous amount if you will. And when I say you, I mean I, because I am the only one here. Here's a good hat rack. This has a density to it. It's almost the architecture, I think, is more than sufficient. I wouldn't say it's sub-sufficient. I'd say it's pro-sufficient. Wonderful hat rack here. Here's a bowler, and here's a fedora, and here's a beret, a mauve beret, and here is a top hat, and here is a pork pie hat, which I think looks very chivalrous, very gentlemanly, and very chivalrous. And that is a wonderful, wonderful hat, and we should be wearing more hats as a way to say, I think you're an exquisite, delightful, delectable human being. And scene. That was my Keith Lee. I didn't know I had one. Okay, I've been told not to request him, but I'm going to do it. He requested. I'm going to do it anyway. Pray for us. Hello. Good morning, Carrie. How are you?
I'm well. I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you walking through the forbidden door?
I'm not. There is no new episode of Hey W today. They will resume next week, and there is no me driving anyone anywhere. I think it was hard enough for me to do stuff for AEW and have them understand it, but then to get AEW to have to explain my idiocy to New Japan, I think was just too much for them, and I don't blame them.
Now you're probably right, but
yes,
I'll be checking out tonight's show. It should be a good one.
Yeah. Hey, may I also say on Rampage this week, there was a lot of burgeoning movement on the Ring of Honor front.
You know what? I recorded it, but I haven't watched it.
Oh.
Maybe you can smart me up.
Yes, I come out and I sing Mr. Bojangles.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're really going to enjoy it. No, Tully's poking his head around and John Gresham is there.
Good.
I do have another question, Ring of Honor related, and so you may be in the know. Are they ever going to bring back those railings that the fans bang on?
They should. That was one of my greatest inventions.
That was, you're taking the full credit for that?
Well, I noticed while watching Raw, they had black barriers. This is like in 2003 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that ran the office, Sid, he made them up. And I don't know if it was intent. I didn't say, make up like, metal, light metals for the people. It just sort of happened. It was one of those things. It was kismet.
So you said, give me exactly this. And then Sid said, we don't have the budget for that. How about this?
Correct.
And then you're acting like it was your plan all along.
No, it just sort of happened. But yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. It gave. Were you ever at a Ring of Honor show when those?
I was not. I never attended a show as just a fan. I was always backstage. I lost a squash match to Bobby Dempsey once, Carrie.
Really?
Yes, he did a gauntlet. I remember when Border Wars, I think they would be in Mississauga or something.
Yeah.
And he had a gauntlet match where he just ended up beating like 6 guys. And I think I ran out, took a DVD, and that was it.
So you and I have met somehow, or we're present.
Oh, yes. We've definitely been in the same room before. I don't know if we talked. I tried to stay out of everyone's way, and I'm sure you were very busy. So.
Well, it's disappointing. Hopefully our paths will cross soon.
Yes, I think so. We'll be in the same areas, and if not, we'll always have Animal Lover, Carrie.
Well, listen, you have a great day. It's hot. Oh, I was going to use another. I just can't say it.
Hot as a hog's dick? What were you going to say?
No. And by the way, I wanted to make a disclaimer. I am not in favor of using animals in that fashion that we spoke about.
Yes, it wasn't an endorsement. It was
Certainly not.
No, you were explaining a seminal event.
Hey, if it's there, you got to watch it sometimes.
Yes, you were explaining your perspective as a cinephile, not any other kind of file.
Well, I'm not going to say it. I'll get someone like it. but it's hotter than a cowboy's pistol on the 4th of July here in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania area.
Can I say there was apparently a town somewhere in the U.S. where they had a habit of 4th of July, they would shoot their guns into the sky as like fireworks. And inevitably, every year, multiple people would die from falling bullets.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen here. But I am going to have a little 4th of July party at my house.
Aww.
I have a little pool, and my friend is into like he's into Christmas lights.
Okay.
So he's
Off season.
He set up my place, my backyard.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It's really nice. And I personally am inviting you.
Well, I would love. What state is this?
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Oh my goodness! I would love to come there. Well, maybe I might be able to. And then we could go to Sheets.
Yes, we can. Yeah, come on down.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, I will take this into consideration. This is very sweet.
Well, you're very sweet also, and I always love talking to you. Yeah, and for these listeners that don't, well, they're following you, so you got something going on. This is one of the RJ City is one of the finest men, and the information that you possess is just extraordinary.
Well, that is sweet of you, and I appreciate it, and thank you for inventing the banging barricades.
There you go. Hey, man, love you. Have a good day.
Love you too. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Goodbye.
Take care. Bye.
That was Ring of Honor pioneer, a Ring of Honor ingenue, Carrie Silkin, who invented the banging barricades. That is so sweet. And everyone is enjoying his quote where he called me the finest man. I am running only because Carrie was able to walk, or maybe he strolled. I don't know what his walking pace was, but I'm sure it was measured and with purpose, and he has blazed quite a trail. And I think he should write a book. I'm sure it's been broached before. But I'm also like, no, he has the podcast, but then you get somebody to transcribe the podcast, you put in a couple pictures, and there you go. And then all of a sudden, you're signing it at Kohl's or something. Luke said, I also loved delving into my spotty Ring of Honor history. I consider myself an alumnus. Yolanda said, Carrie should say he invented everything like ring steps. I think he invented the steps. Before, it was just a small trampoline. And Zoel said, guns up in the air for the 4th? Sounds like Kansas to me. Positively, he said, into Christmas lights, especially when they're wrapped around a donkey. Dear Lord. Deb said, I'm in the Bethlehem area, and this is the new Bethlehem. This is not the old shitty religious one. Bunch of losers hanging around, pointing fingers at everyone. You killed him. No, you killed him. No. This is the new progressive Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Almighty Scorpion said, Sheets is the place for food. Sheets is amazing. And my cousin, I believe, went to university with the heiress to the Sheets fortune. That's a nice coffee sound. I don't know what the name is, but she's going to come into a lot of gas money. Queen said, Carrie is right. You're a fine man. Thank you. Pam said, quote of the day, RJ is the finest man. Finest, not greatest, not best, finest. Because that's how I would describe my work. How do you like your work? It's fine. I'm the finest. Leo said, why is gym music so bad? Surely everyone listens to their own music at the gym. So why punish people? Because so many people at a gym, if you go to, let's say, a Gold's or a Planet Fitness, there's many different demographics and ages and personalities and backgrounds. And you have to find songs that will maybe fit them, but it's songs that nobody likes. That's the songs you hear in the mall. It's like inoffensive, but also nobody likes it. And that's the thing with like comedy. I find the broadest shit, like America's Funniest Home Videos, it's like, oh, father falls down. And you're like, okay, everyone likes it a little bit. Nobody hates it. But I think in order to have something you really, really like, it has to be specific enough to certain tastes that it will inevitably alienate some people. And that's why I don't get upset if people say they don't like my stuff or they don't like my work or whatever. Like, if it's not for them, it's not for them. Okay. It's like, that's totally, totally fine. There's certainly more than enough people like Jim Belushi that I am not a fan of, that I'm like, I get it. Jim Belushi is like the mall radio version of a human being. Rod said, you can't say banging barricades without saying banging bear. Leo said, have you done any more Oucho T Cactus research? Not yet, I'm sorry. Joe Rogan wouldn't invite him on his podcast because Oucho would destroy him. I can't wait for that. Rogan fears Oucho. Almighty Scorpion said, guns in the air is Akron, Ohio as well. Did I just describe all of the United States with that? Lindsay Sheets. Dea said, RJ is the bestest man. That's a lie. Electric said, so this is why you never mentioned Buc-ee's to Ruby, because you're a Sheets man. This is a huge scoop. Not a huge scoop. I've been a Sheets man for years. I have a loyalty card and it says Dr. Nick Bockwinkel, and I'm serious. Mikey said, I am celebrating finishing report cards. What music should I play as I drive away from students this summer? The theme from Back to School. And I can't remember what it is, but I know there is one. Some 80s kind of thing there. Sean said, half of art is what the audience gets out of it. And that's why I don't say I create art. Spicer said, ever wrestle someone in a full body costume? I guess you're asking if I wear the costume. I've certainly wrestled people who have worn full body costumes. At the anime convention in Toronto, you know that picture of me wrestling Elmo? Well, it was a guy who had all these costumes. I think he would do them for birthday parties or whatever. And multiple times I would be in the matches. And one time I was Spider-Man, and it was a Spider-Man three-way of different Spider-Man. You know, the stupid pointing meme? And I was in a full Spider-Man outfit. I am not athletic enough to pass as Spider-Man in a wrestling form. Maybe a J. Jonah Jameson, but certainly not Spider-Man. But that was, I think, the only time. And I feel like I took my first bump and the eye holes like slid up and slit my eyes. Leo said, did Uncle Cracker tuck you in at night? That sounds so unappealing. It's very sweet. And he kissed me and he just feels his grill on your forehead. Luke said, sorry, RJ, caught me in the middle of Jay discussing the merits of Uncle Cracker's theme for the 2001 faction X Factor. Happens a lot. I just talked to X-Pac or Sean Waltman or whoever he is this week, Lightning Kid, a couple days ago. And he was very, very nice to me. And he's also friends with Spenny. It's this little group. And he does not realize how lucky he is. Like, he had almost always had good theme songs. And the Uncle Cracker one was amazing and also oddly emotional at the beginning. And you think, Uncle Cracker, emotional? Yeah, absolutely. Got me right there. Positively E said, Dead Man's Party? Are you talking about one dead man show? I'm sure not. Debbie said, yep, all of Florida is guns in the air too. Shallow Insane said, when you enter Sheets, do you tell everyone, hi, everybody? No, I don't say that. That's weird. Yolanda said, school's out for the summer. You should play Move Bitch by Ludacris. That's a little mean. Grace said, which Spider-Man were you? My outfit, I believe, was baby yellow and baby pink. Is that a Spider-Man or is just somebody fucking around with costumes? Aaron said, R.J. Jonah Jameson. R.J. Jonah R. Jameson. I understand now. Positively E said, I listened to that this morning because of Dylan McQueen. Well, isn't that nice? Leo said, Uncle Cracker was a lot of Uncle Cracker talk in the timeline. How is he doing? Is he touring? Does anyone know the status of Uncle Cracker? It's reading you a bedtime story. Matt said, if you had the chance to appear on a classic talk show, would you prefer Steve Allen or Joe Franklin? As much as I love watching Joe Franklin, and I will watch Captain Lou Albano on Joe Franklin anytime, Steve Allen. Steve Allen invented the modern talk show. And if you watch Steve Allen, you go back and you go, oh my God, so much now doesn't seem that original. And then he got weird and he joined the Parent Television Council. And I think the Right to Censor gimmick was based on Steve Allen. SM has a 60-second scene request. I play two roles. One is you, one is your twin, talking about whatever you want. Hi. Wait, am I me? I didn't know which one I was being. Okay, I'll be hello, RJ. Hello, TJ. How are you? I'm doing very, very well. How are you? Things are good. Things have been better, of course. Things get better. Things get worse. Such is life. Yeah, I guess so. So what have you been up to? I'm a legal counselor. I work in a firm, and then in my spare time I do some woodworking. I need to get out there and work with my hands. I smell the fresh air and I just love every minute of it. Well, that is nice. That is swell. That is great. It certainly is. I love the country. I love being out in the country. That's what I need. Give me a horse and some mulch. Oh, do I love mulch. It keeps the soil moist, keeps it delightful. And then mulch is basically wood. You're putting wood back into the soil. And the soil says, thank you. I had this before and I'm having it again. That's great. That's good. Are you dating anyone? Yes. Alan Cumming. And scene. That was my conversation with my alter ego twin, TJ. Jesus Christ. We gave it a shot. This is it. We're brainstorming. We're experimenting here. Positiva E said Oingo Boingo played it in Back to School. There's an Oingo Boingo Back to School song. That's the song you should grade. You should drive away from your students to. Leo said, I dressed up as J. Jonah Jameson for a superhero day at work when I worked at a craft store. I also paid for a Hamburglar costume for someone else to wear. You were a real big shot. Hey, big spender. Did you yell like him all day for people to make their crafts? Lake said, which Hey W episode was your favorite up to this point? It's so hard to feel like, to me, the one that took me most by surprise was Arn Anderson. I just did not realize what I would be getting. And I had not, there's some people, obviously, Danhausen, Ricky Starks, FTR, Mark Henry, that, I know Eddie Kingston, that I've known, and I know generally speaking what I'm getting, or at least like Tony Khan, we had spoken a little bit, and Arn, I don't even think I had ever said hello to before. It was just like not, he was doing different stuff, I was doing different stuff. And he came in and he shook my hand and he sat down and he was just amazing. It was just like, well, that was a moment in time. So that one, I think, and that one I was like sells people on apparently like Brian Myers liked that one. That counts for anything. A lot, if you like the old wrestlers, I feel like it will win them over to come on the show to say like, oh, look, I did this with Arn and he was fine. So maybe that was my favorite, but favorite is an odd changing term. Queen said, Uncle Cracker is into NFTs and Bitcoins now, probably. Is that like how Fat Joe does those real estate conferences, those fucking Ponzi scheme ones where he does one song and then just motivational? Anytime you got the headpiece with the microphone wraparound, you're in fucking trouble. Spot Center said, I saw 38 doinks and one dunk. Who tagged with a joink in a fire station? The wigs were amazing. I wrestled a doink. It was not any of the doinks you know. Neil said, I love his natural sneak-up laugh. TJ Country. Okay, there we go. JR was right there. Yeah, but I wanted to just... It's an alter ego. It's not my Bizarro. Woodworking. We're all talking about TJ. Neil said, maybe it's Van Velzen with CGI to look human. Luke said, I checked last week in Uncle Cracker's Twitter bio. Thank you for this update. Still isn't follow me and everything is all right. He would have 40 million followers if he did that. Is TJ a heel or a babyface? He's neutral. He's just a good human being. Directing porn, said Spot Center, is point and shoot. And I say no. I think you're really devaluing the cinematic art that's possible there. Baby said, your teeth are so white, it's very distracting. So sorry. I should have dirtier teeth so you can enjoy this more. Nail said, speaking of Alan Cummings, he's in a cartoon on Netflix that Effie is also in. Everyone should watch it. No spoilers. I haven't watched them all yet. Okay. I haven't seen or heard anything about this. Pam said, has anyone seen the movie Summer School? I haven't. It's called Dead End Paranormal Park. Also okay. Nobody knew who I was dressed as, said Leo. Oh, and Leo was dressed as J. Jonah Jameson. I brought a fake plastic cigar which looked like poo. Matt Sandy said asking Tony Khan about his sister Madeline was brilliant. I just wanted to pay tribute to her. Neil said it would have been great. I would have been kind and said, oh, Leo, you're Pooh Man. Great costume. Luke said, Mia, he went onto a certain subsection of Reddit and argued that his politics and thoughts on vaccines shouldn't prevent people from fapping over him. He's a strange cat. Who are we talking about? Are we still talking about Uncle Cracker? Because, dear Lord, a wonderful tribute from Christine for being the finest. I'm the finest. Nobody finer. Spot Center said, I'm going to enjoy wrestling on Saturday at Mr. Small's Theater in Pittsburgh, where I once saw a Theory of a Dead Man and Hinder after winning a radio contest. And that's prime Sheets territory. I see you go, you get a little salad and a coffee before the show, and afterwards they have those Swedish fish milkshakes. Enjoy yourself. Electric Nib said, does TJ prefer hamburgers or hot dog style? TJ prefers hot dogs, but he eats them across. Leo said, I love the Heidenreich versus Doink match outside a restaurant. I just watched that again this week. So crazy, and technically it was terrible. Yeah, this is one of those matches where you're just like, excuse me? And Heidenreich, like, how many indie shows did he do? I don't remember him doing the indies at all or hearing about it anything except for obviously that match. Queen said, there's a Twitter account that claims to be Doink's son. Well, which one? Is it the son of Matt Bourne? Because if it isn't, I don't want him. I don't know if it's real, but he's always in my DMs. He just says hi, so it might be fake. Yeah, but it also might be real. Like, that sounds like if you're hinging your life on being the son of Doink, I think you would just say hi in DMs. But if you want to up your social status, Queen, son of Doink is sliding in. Snatch that boy up. Tell him to bring his silly string. Minicoletta said, I spent the whole stream in spaces because I had to walk out to the grocery to get milk for my coffee. Yes, for my new bag of high anxiety. There we go. And I have to say, it's not the same without the video. Well, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Leo said, who are we talking about? Positively E said, sudden need to have Uncle Cracker on AEW. That would be, that the wrestling wars are over. If I manage to get Uncle Cracker. After all he did for WWE, if I manage to get him, you're in trouble. Nail said, remember the weird Doink from the headquarters, Money in the Bank? Was he in the bathroom? Oh. Somehow not even the worst Doink. Heidenreich looks like a poorly aged Max Headroom. Shout out to Matt Frewer. Love that guy. Queen, Nail said, Queen, he needs to send you audio or video of him making the clown honking noise. I don't think Doink honked. He just giggled. Rod said, I'd watch a Son of Doink movie. Get on it. Psychic Climb said, Matt Frewer, the God. Matt Frewer was in, I have a Dr. Seuss, History of Dr. Seuss VHS, hosted by Kathy Najimy. And I'm going to watch it when we're done here. I'm going to look it up on YouTube. Matt Frewer plays the Cat in the Hat. Way better than Mike Myers. Luke said, subconscious discrimination, thinking I was talking about Uncle Cracker. For all we know, he could be a far left activist rapping for trans rights. I was talking about a certain wrestler who came up. Oh. Yeah, no. We don't discuss those people here. This is Uncle Cracker only. SM said, Effie will be wrestling in Toronto in August. I hope you'll finally meet. More often than not, I will not be here when pertinent people are here. It's just always happens. But I would love to. And Alley Cash. Oh, excuse me. I gave it away. Did you know they were the same person? Those two and Warhorse, we just never met. And I feel very bad about it. Queen said, Doink is like the ghastly grinner from Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yes. And I think you should let him throw sand on your fireplace. Leo said, Who are we talking about? Nail said, imagine Effie and RJ finally in the same room, and it's very underwhelming, and we realize it's a good thing we never met. Alexia said, what does Cash Wheeler smell like? I bet he smells delicious. The crushes on Cash Wheeler, since he's been doing the, come on, if you saw it on Rampage, I believe he does a dive out of the ring onto Jeff Cobb, and then he's on his knees on the floor, and he looks at the camera and he goes, come on. And that was for me, and that was for all of you. And he smells like a baby face, as far as I'm concerned. Psychic said, Effie is the nicest person. Okay. Queen said, only if he has the mini doinks. And that's not a thing to say. Maybe they could do that. They stack up on each other and go to fight you, or one gets on their hands and knees and pushes you over, and that's how it all begins. This is fun and somehow weirder than the animal lover discussion we had last week. This is so bizarre. Anyway, I have been having my coffee, and it is going well. So to recap for everybody. Oh, see, Sean said, come on, let me hear you. Electric said, I literally would explode if I saw you, Effie, and Allie together. We will, and we'll do like a, whoa, like one of those things. Mini Doinks become a Voltron unit. Oh, I would love that. Bring back the Mini Doinks. Po Girl said, nice little chat today. Thank you. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with what's going on in just life, no AEW today. It's coming next week. It'll be very good. I think you will enjoy it. I promise you. There is no Road to Forbidden Door. Those videos are already up. You can watch all previous 13 episodes of AEW on the playlist. Continue to watch them and share them and ask for more. If you want certain guests, tweet them. Tweet AEW. They may answer. They may not. Who knows? Leo said, do you look corn on the cob? What? I hate it as it gets stuck in your teeth. I heard Jim Ross hates it too. Can you bring it up on his AEW episode? I want him so badly. We will get him. Let's stay the course. Dea said, Effie and Allie are so nice. SM said, yesterday I learned Wardlow's cologne is called Man Intense. How perfect is that? A little on the nose. Psychic said, it's Door Show Day. I'm sure I will be tweeting some door-related humor. And maybe I'll tweet serious stuff. Who knows? What if I just wrote, that was great. Will people respect me, or will they think, oh, he's being sarcastic, he's shitting on something? Zoel said, we need to get Sting on AEW. Tweet these people. I don't convince them. Don't convince me. I'm open. I've been talking to everybody. Rob said, I'm quite the colognosaur. I will investigate. Electric said, if that's Wardlow's cologne, I bet Cash Wheeler's is Jaddy. Queen said, wasn't there a door game show in the 70s? You're thinking of Let's Make a Deal with Monty Hall. They had doors number 1, 2, and 3. And I would like to do a show based on Card Sharks. I'm going to talk to Tone about that. Luke said the Acclaimed and the Gun Club would be good. Yes, they would. Effie is daddy, and I'm your Uncle RJ telling you this has been fun. The cracker is broken, and all that's left is Uncle RJ, unfortunately. Psychic said, is no one thirsty for Dax anymore? Did I miss something? I think because he shouted out his wife, and everyone went, never mind. And then they were like, Cash is just a swinging bachelor. Rod said, bring back Joker's Wild. Card Sharks was my go-to sick day show as a kid. It was so fucking good. Sean said, I just noticed you're at 6,66,000 subs. Let's get rid of that. Let's change that. Let's just grow it. Dea said, I like Dax's mustache. It's very interesting. Yeah, it makes you go, Will said, how do you feel about Will Hobbs saying he wanted to be a wrestler since the age of 3 while on Thunder Rosa's vlog? And how will you repair the hit to your research credibility? He didn't correct me. He agreed with it. All right? His shit is wrong. I don't know what to tell you. It's wrong. My research is tight. Neil said, I was unaware of any FTR thirst. You got to clean your timeline. It's all over the place. Mass Sanity retracted their message. Spot Center said, would you let Tony Atlas step on you? I don't think that's the way his foot fetish works. I think he would pay me to step on him. Let's see what the price is. Little end time subscription number. Electric Rip said, I thought I was the only one thirsting for cash until literally today. Let it out. Let it go. Luke said, left AEW on 13 episodes intentionally too. Suspicious. That's like a full season, basically. Also, I believe the Chevy Chase show lasted only 29 episodes, so we are closing in. We are getting there. All right, that's the show. Go buy my shit, go buy my cameo, subscribe, like, join the shit, follow, share, whatever. Just fucking watch. Just watch the shit. Just leave it on in the background and have a fucking nap. Okay? Jesus. Let's get a final look at the underwear. They are adorable. There's a little crack there. Excuse me, everyone. Nice appetizer for you all. Until next time, Godspeed.